This is a review of Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is a pure platformer that focuses on the gameplay down to nothing but running and jumping. Meat Boy's goal is always the same. He must save Band-Aid Girl from the bad guy who is an evil fetus wearing a tux and that lives in a jar. Doing so is never an easy task, thanks to the numerous traps in the way. One hit from a buzzsaw, spike, or a monster will splatter Meat Boy's bloody body everywhere. The developers never run out of clever ideas how to fuck you up. In a game like this, where you need to be able to make precise jumps and turns, the controls have to feel just right. Good thing the controls feel fluent and easy to maneuver. The game is perfect for anyone, even beginner players, that can get the hang of it almost immediately, even on advanced stages. But don't worry, even if you're a hardcore gamer, this game is still not a walk in the park. Get ready to get angry, because this is an extremely difficult game. Make the slightest mistake and you'll have to restart the stage over from the beginning. The stages are small and short, so it keeps it interesting without it being too dull and boring. You might die 100 times before you finally reach Band-Aid Girl, which is a pain in the butt, but worth it at the end. The game also keeps track of every death in the statistics menu. You have unlimited tries, and most stages take less than a minute to complete, once you know what you're doing. When you finally manage to complete the stage, you are rewarded with a replay of all your attempts running at once. Dozens of Meat Boys flying across the stage and being destroyed in a blink of an eye by all the traps you avoided before. And trust me, that part is really funny. Even though Super Meat Boy doesn't have a multiplayer mode, it's a great game that can be played with friends anyways, and it's still really fun. There are even warp zones that lead to secret areas where you might find new playable characters from recent indie games. These characters also have their own behaviors and techniques that might help you in a tight spot. There are many bandages placed in random stages that can be collected or spent to unlock even more characters. The game itself is very funny, but I think the developers should have made the cutscenes a little better. They're kind of lacking a little bit. In the end, Super Meat Boy is a classic old school platformer that challenges anybody who plays it. I completely recommend this game to anyone. This is a great Xbox Live Arcade game at a reasonable price that everybody should experience at least once.